10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, everybody. It's good to be back with you here at the No Soundbites Allowed podcast here on the Exceptional Conservative Network. My name is Michael Voss. I'm your host, and I'm happy to be here with you enjoying our program today. Please remember that we are on 1 p.m. on Tuesdays, 1 p.m. on Thursdays, and on Saturdays we are here from 12 until 2 o'clock. And we're always open to hearing from you. We always look forward to hearing your comments because we appreciate you. We thank you. You guys make it all worthwhile. Now, as I said in the break, just before we went on to the break, I was talking about Kirsten Gillibrand, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, who is a 2020 candidate for the Democratic Party. Now, she's an interesting case. Bernie Sanders may be the socialist. He's the straight-up communist of the Democratic Party, and he's ushered in Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and that whole Democratic Socialist movement. And love him or hate him, he's gotten that accomplished. Pretty much the only thing he has accomplished. But he's been very consistent all the way through. He's a socialist. He believes in socialist ideas. He's not really, there's a lot of things I can say he's not really, but more importantly, unlike him, we see that Kirsten Gillibrand is not really very clear about who and what she is. I mean, if you look recently, just doing a quick Google search on her, you're going to see a whole lot of things. You're talking about how she wants to talk about giving Social Security to illegal immigrants. She's talking about a path to citizenship. She's talking about being an illegal alien is not, no human can be illegal. I mean, it's a lot of rhetoric out there. But something that a lot of people don't seem to think about her is Senator Kirsten Gillibrand isn't any of these things that she puts out. Or at least that we can't have real confidence in the fact that what she says today is what she really believes. She's a bit of a chameleon. Now, you can go back to just 2018, and you can see an example of this. Kirsten Gillibrand, very famously, was on TV, was in a debate, and at the time, she mentioned directly to looking into the camera, saying to the people of New York State that she would fulfill her 6-year term as a senator if she were reelected. About a week after the election, she then turned around and went up to New Hampshire and started her, or continued to have, her presidential bid. So she had no intention of living up to her word, and she lied to the public on TV. That's just a fact. There is no question about that. And she avoids it as much as possible. But we know that she's done this a lot more. It's not just in 2018, but you can go back to 2009. And this is from the New York Times on, what was that? That was January 27th of 2009. January 27th of 2009, we see the article, which is called Gillibrand's Immigration Views Draw Fire. So you can look this up for yourself, okay? And right there, they're telling us in a nutshell, and basically the first three paragraphs tell you almost everything you need to know about Kirsten E. Gillibrand. The biggest thing to notice about her is that she was opposed. Before she became a state senator, she was a representative in New York State. And she opposed amnesty for illegal aliens. She supported ICE, and she wanted to enforce immigration laws as they exist. Okay? That has nothing, and that doesn't even go into the gun issues, but just dealing with that. These were her positions. This is how she represented her constituents. These are the views she had. And then she got nominated, and she was put into the position of a senator to replace Hillary Clinton. Okay? because Hillary Clinton became Secretary of State under President Obama and did nothing with that job, but that's a different story altogether. But Senator Kirsten Gillibrand suddenly became this advocate for the Democratic Party, essentially some would say a yes woman, in taking on every view that the Democratic Party had. So whereas in 2009, according to the New York Times, she's talking about amnesty, she's opposed to amnesty. Today, she's now advocating for amnesty, okay? Because that was, and again, I just showed you the article from the New York Times in 2009, and you can just do a Google search right now, as I did just before the show, and you can see her talking about, well, no one is an illegal human. And she's talking about a path to citizenship. The 2009 Kirsten Gillibrand would never agree with that and would tell you that it's absolutely wrong. But the 2019 Gillibrand, who wants to be president of the United States, well, she's all for it, as long as her the Democratic Party, the socialists in the party, agree with her, because she'll do whatever the party says, apparently. And you have to wonder about that, because it's a silly statement. When you hear someone say something like, no human being is illegal, there is no such thing as an illegal human. You're right. Every human being exists. There's nothing illegal about being a human being. There is something very illegal about breaking laws. There is something very illegal about migrating into a country without permission or authorization and breaking the laws of that nation. That is illegal. That is a crime. It isn't a crime to be born. Well, some Democrats seem to think so, because they have the post-birth abortion views. So maybe some Democrats think it's a crime to be born, but the rest of the world, the non-socialist individuals in the world, believe there is no crime in being born. There is a crime in breaking a law of a sovereign nation, and just because of your personal benefit. That's selfish. That's a crime. It's wrong. So, yeah, there is no such thing as an illegal human. You're changing the argument. No one is saying that any human being is illegal to exist, except for some Democrats who believe in post-birth abortion, like in Virginia, the governor there. They may believe that. Is that right? Governor Northam. He believes that. But I don't think the majority of anyone else believes that. But Kirsten Gillibrand doesn't stop there. Okay, in terms of rephrasing the argument and rephrasing the discussion and trying to change her personal view from where she used to be to where she thinks she'll get the most benefit. It's pure ambition here. This is purely ambition. This is her just trying to get to the highest rank possible. It's a power grab. And that's kind of, while it's honest, it's also kind of sad. But most recently, and it's been coming out on March 20th, we've seen the article in the Washington Examiner, that she wants to give Social Security to illegal immigrants. I mean, that's the story. And there is video, which was found on Twitter, of her talking about it. Matter of fact, I'll play it right now. I'm just waiting for it to load up. If it loads up.
Trump. So what will I do? I have a lot of ideas. First, we need comprehensive immigration reform. If you are in this country now, you must have the right to pay into Social Security, to pay your taxes, to pay into the local school system, and to have a pathway to citizenship. That must happen.
Wow, that must happen. That's interesting. That's what Kirsten Gillibrand says. These are her words. Video of her saying it on Twitter, saying that she wants to make sure that she can get illegal aliens into the nation and give them citizenship and give them Social Security. Yes, they're going to have to work for it. But again, the bigger issue here is you're rewarding individuals who have broken our laws. She's gone from someone who actually opposed any form of amnesty in 2009. And in 2019, just 10 years later, because she wants to become president, She suddenly is now saying, oh, no, amnesty is great. Absolutely, we have to. We must ensure that people have amnesty and that we give them a path to citizenship. And the answer is why? Or rather, the question is why? Why must we do that? Because they broke our laws. And if we have individuals who broke one law and actively, willfully, knowingly broke our law and have actively, willfully, and persistently continued to break the law by avoiding prosecution, they don't turn themselves in, they try and hide within the nation, why should we give that person the ability to become a citizen? Where part of the citizenship oath is to abide by the Constitution and the laws of the United States. They've already broken that. They've already shown a history of being willing to violate laws that they don't like. Why would we want that person in our nation? It's kind of like what we started with today, talking about Italy and the guy from Senegal who came to Italy and became a citizen of Italy, but he had no intention of that. He decided that he wanted to kill 51 kids because he didn't agree with the immigration policy of Italy. And that's why they want to revoke his citizenship. Well, we're getting the exact opposite here. People who are not from the United States, they've broken into, and think of it as breaking an entry. They broke into the United States. They violated our laws. They avoided prosecution and punishment for these laws as long as they possibly can. And they're demanding that on top of that, that they should be absolved of their crime and given a reward for their crime. And Kirsten Gillibrand is all for this. Really? You know, there's a word for what happens when people pick and choose which laws that they want to abide by. It's called anarchy. Okay? It's called anarchy. And that's just horrible. There should never be a case in it or a time where we see a presidential candidate. The purpose of the executive branch is to enforce the laws of the nation. Enforce the laws of the nation as they exist. Not to reinterpret them, not to have a political benefit, not to try and have a personal gain. Enforce the laws that exist. She understood that in 2009. But in 2019, seems to be something she doesn't understand. She's more happy to have anarchy. She's more happy to reward criminals than she is to help American citizens. I don't understand this. I mean, these are the same people, and she's the same person who's saying that Social Security is in danger and Social Security is going to run out of money. But she wants to add 20 million more people on the rolls of Social Security. She wants to add 20 million more people that will draw money out of the Social Security fund than are going to put money in. Does that make sense to anyone? I mean, why would we do this? Why would we reward people? You know, if someone breaks into your house, would you give them the keys to your car so they can drive that away? Because this is what we're talking about here. They broke into our house. Our nation is our house. They broke into our house. And they've taken things from us, whether it's food or medicine or education for their kids. They've taken things from us without our permission. Keyword, without our permission. And now they're asking for the keys to the car. And Senator Gillibrand is saying, yeah, here are the keys to the car. You should go take my car and drive it. I'm sorry, that just seems stupid to me. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me. Maybe this makes more sense to you. Maybe if there's a Democrat out there, or a progressive, a socialist out there who thinks, no, you got it wrong, Mike. You just don't understand. Please do explain it to me, because I don't understand it. And if I've got it wrong, I want to hear from you. Please leave me a comment, either on Twitter at the MV Consult. You can send me an email at info@vosconsult.com. You can contact me on Facebook. Please let me know, because I'm very confused how Kirsten Gillibrand can go from saying that we need ICE, we need to protect our borders, we need to protect the people in the United States, that we need to deny people, criminals, from getting a reward, and then 10 years later, she's all for rewarding criminals and inviting them in and having an open border to allow them to run in, and trying to distract the public from noticing this discrepancy and from saying, hey, maybe this isn't the best answer, with the subterfuge of saying, well, no human being is illegal. No one ever said anyone, assuming and trying to place the burden on us. I've never said, no one has ever said being born is illegal, again, except for Governor Northam. No one's saying that. What we're saying is it's illegal to enter a nation without permission. That's different. And legally, we're correct. That's the law. So how she can say this, I don't understand. She should know far, far better than this. But it would seem that having the right political view is more important to her, and has been more important to her for the last 10 years than anything else. She's been willing to lie on TV. She has gone and reversed all of her positions. Why would we expect her to stop now, I suppose? Maybe it's wishful thinking, I don't know. But as always, we look forward to being able to hear your answers about this, your thoughts on this. Tell me where I got it wrong. Tell me where I got it right. As I said, you can contact us. We're always looking for it. We always check out the chat room to see what's going on there throughout the entire show. And we always are happy to hear from you guys. We enjoy being here on the Exceptional Conservative Network, the TECN TV. And on Saturday, please remember, on Saturday, we're going to be having a special guest, possibly two guests, but definitely we will be having Chairman of the Americans for Fair Taxation, Steve Hayes. He will be on with us on Saturday at 12:30. Our program on Saturday starts at 12 noon and it goes until 2. We're working to confirm our guest for the 1:30 slot. We may have a guest there. And as soon as we have that confirmed, we'll be announcing that for you as well. I always enjoy talking with you guys. It's always fantastic. And we try and cover as many issues and many ideas as possible here. But if you have an idea, if there's breaking news that you hear about that we haven't covered or we're not aware of, especially if it deals with the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, immigration, the economy, international policy, we're always interested in that. And that can be, and also at the local level too. We do a lot of news and a lot of coverage of stories in New York State and within the southern tier of New York. So we're always open to hear what you have going on and what you're thinking about. And we always love to hear back from you, especially on Saturdays. Saturday is our day where we are focused on your comments, your questions, your answers. It's about you. Far too often, you don't have enough of a voice. People don't get to hear what you think. We want to give you that opportunity. That's what Saturday is all about. From 12 till 2. We've done it for about 4 years now. This will be our 40th Saturday doing this. And we always enjoy it. It's always a great time. And I'm looking forward to everyone doing that again. So with that said, we're going to be taking off in just a few moments. We've got about a minute and a half left here. And I'm thinking that we're going to end this with a little bit more music. So far today we've heard from, and I apologize, but I'm going to put her back on. We were hearing from Carrie Cornwell, and I'm sorry, Carrie, that the song got cut off in the first place. But I'm going to put it back on so people will be able to hear how she actually sounds all the way through until the end of the show, about a minute to go. So I leave you with that, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, March 23rd. Hello, everyone. Thank you. This is Michael, the host of No Soundbites Allowed. And we hope you had a chance to check out some of our videos. But we also want to invite you every Tuesday, every Thursday, starting at 1 p.m. and again on Saturday, starting at 12 noon, to join us at the Exceptional Conservative Network, where we will be live talking with authors, politicians, candidates, and other pundits that are helping to shape our government and our lives. We want you to be there too and let us know what you think. But of course, if you can't make it, we understand. And that's why you can always go. You may also like some of the videos we've done in the past, or you can go and check out whatever is our latest video. But no matter what, we're looking to hear from you. So do leave us a like or a comment. And if you can, please don't forget to subscribe. We'll talk to you again soon.